Hey guys, so this is probably one of the best mods I've done so far that I love. It's the Type S front splitter that I have sitting over there in the corner of that huge box. I've seen a lot of you guys do this. Looks awesome. The best part I like about it is OEMP, so the fit is perfect. I like how of course, like it's made for this car. It is. It uses all the factory points here. Uses clips around the edge, a couple screws in the back here, or bolts, and just fits the body line perfect. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Okay guys, so it is easier if you have this car jacked up. I didn't do that, so bear with me on this, but I'll try my best to explain it, how to do this. Okay? So you're going to see a lot of clips on the bottom here. You're going to pop all these clips off right there. Just follow this along the whole side. Okay, those bolts come off. So you go ahead and take those bolts off on each side and then follow this along and take every clip out. Okay, as you go around, you're going to see clips. Use a trim tool and pop all those clips out. And then the bolts on the edges. Each edge has a bolt. Okay? And this piece right here is going to be the hardest part. And shout out to Adam. You've helped me along the way with this. I appreciate it. You told me how hard this is. It was hard to get that middle piece off. The rest is a piece of cake. Okay, but I'll explain that to you better. So to take those clips off, this piece right here is the hardest thing to do. I broke mine getting it off, which is okay because I'm not going to reuse it. But I'll explain to you that's the hardest part because there's clips that it's so hard to get to on this car. The easiest way would be to take the bumper off, of course, to do it, but that's a lot of work to do. So take those bolts and these clips right there. Okay, so you want to do that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll show you the next step that's involved here. Okay, so there's the 3 bolts. That's where they go. Really easy. You'll see them under your car. And then the clips go all the way around until you hit the other bolts on the other side. So right there is where I removed them. Okay. See that clip right there? You don't need the inner clips, but like, you'll know when you take the package out of what you're trying to do. But the basic reason you're doing this is you're going to pull this weather strip, not the weather strip, this little strip right here, the plastic strip, kind of guides if you go over a curb. You're going to take that out. So you'll know if you don't got all the clips out because it won't come out. Okay, but you're following the outer clips on this. Okay, if that makes sense. See those, and then there's the back ones. But as you pull, and you're going to have to tug this pretty hard since this was in from the factory. But it'll all start releasing as you pull it, as long as you removed all the bolts and the clips. See there? See it pull away? And it's wedged in there. It's more of like a compression fit, so it's really tight to fit it in there. But you just start on one corner and pull towards you, and you'll feel it start releasing. You'll see these little funky little tabs that go in too. And the new splitter has that same thing on it. See right there? So that goes along the whole front of the car. So you want to go ahead and take all the clips out, like I said, and then pull all this out. Okay, so let me go ahead and take that out. Okay, now here's the part that gets a little bit tricky. So there's two of these that hold that front part on. So see if I can show you. Now this is something you just have to see. Okay, you pull this open like that. You can see where the holes were. You see the hole right there where I took the screw out on the left side of my thumb. There's one on each side that you'll see. There's only 2 screws in there. You take those out, and that's what holds this on, but also it clips. That's not the only thing, but there's a screw about right there, and then on the other side too. So I kind of use this to pry this piece down here, and then you get a skinny screwdriver in there and unscrew them, and you'll get those 2 screws out. And you have to do that, else you'll break the car. Okay, so here's the guard that comes out. That's held on with all those clips and the bolts. So you got that off. And then you got the 2 screws out of the center here. Now that center piece, there's tabs inside that you go from behind to take off. And it took me about 2 hours to get that off. This piece right here, no joke. This is the hardest part, and everybody told me it was, and it lived up to that hype. It's really hard to do. So there's the screws right there. Those 2 screws that you took out from the backside, those are where they go. So if you have an idea of where those go. Now see, I broke the clips here, but you can get an idea how this clips in. So basically, you have to go from underneath the car, depress one of the clips as you're pulling this toward the car, or out away from the car at the same time. So you can't just yank it off. It won't come off like that. You have to push down with the screwdriver on the clip and slowly work it around the car. But keep at it and you'll get it off, trust me. Even if it takes an hour or two, just it'll start loosening it up. Okay, so here's the new splitter. And I realized that this is upside down when I realized it doesn't look quite right. But you'll see how all the clips, just like the little guard you took off, it kind of has the same clips that just clip right in the same spot, which is nice. So it's easier here if you have somebody to help you. But this is the easiest part. Remember those screws? Those screws will go back into the front here. Same way. You have to pull that little piece of the bumper down underneath and screw the middle in. But this is the funnest part, I think, because you put it all back together. Like see right here, you just start from one edge and it slides in that slot where that guard came out of. And you'll know because it only fits in there one way. And the center bolts up there. Looks really good. Like I said, it's easier with 2 people. So one person can start one side because it is really flimsy. But as you get it pushed in, you'll see on the bottom it all lines up. But I love how it looks. I love how it keeps the contours. And then this piece right here, that guard actually fits back in here. I put it back because it's that extra level of protection. If you go over a curb, it'll scrape that, hopefully. So this is all put back together. It's the same process. You just put all the bolts back and all the clips back and screw those 2 screws in the middle. So it's everything in reverse, but it's a lot easier. Once you got that front piece off, the old one, you'll love this. So easy to do at that point. Don't forget the bolts on the side and all the clips around the front. But I definitely want to get the side pieces too. The OEM aero spoilers. I think it'll tie really well because they are lower and they add that gloss black that'll match with the mirrors and everything like that. So I'll definitely be doing that later. So definitely check back. But here's that guard I put back. If you see it, it just goes right back into place. I like that because it's all factory and it does serve a purpose too. So some people leave that off. It's up to you. But this splitter being OEM fits perfect right in the spot. So if you're looking to do something that's really nice, fits perfect, I would highly recommend the Type S OEM splitter. I think you'll love it. It really gives your car a way more aggressive look. Just check out any Acura parts site or your local dealer and order one up. I spent about $180 for this. So not too bad, and it uses all the factory parts. All you need is a splitter and you're good to go. And I'll put the item part number in the description too, just to help you guys out. Okay? So hope everyone's doing good, staying safe. I appreciate it. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'll have more videos coming up weekly. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks again, everybody.